Welcome to the universe of GEEK, where curiosity guides your knowledge quest.
What if tomorrow was not just another day? What if tomorrow was the beginning of World War III? Picture a world where diplomacy is at a standstill and the doomsday clock ticks perilously close to midnight. Behind the veil of peace, the shadow of war lurks, fueled by global political tensions and the complex chessboard of international relations. It's a disconcerting thought, isn't it? Today, we delve into the timeline of events that could potentially lead to World War III. Every conflict has its roots, and World War III, hypothetical as it may be, would be no different. Our journey begins in the mid-2010s, a time still reverberating from the global financial crisis. Economies were struggling, populist movements were rising, and the world was becoming increasingly polarized. Fast forward to 2017. North Korea was flexing its nuclear might, launching a series of missile tests that shook the international community to its core. Tensions were escalating and the world watched on with bated breath. The year 2018 saw the trade war between the United States and China. This wasn't just about economics, it was a battle for global dominance. The world's two largest economies clashed, each vying for influence. The following year, 2019, saw the world grappling with the aftermath of the Arab Spring and the Syrian civil war. The Middle East was a tinderbox, with various nations jockeying for power and influence in the region. The tension didn't let up as we entered the roaring 20s. The year 2020 marked the onset of a global pandemic. Nations turned inwards, focusing on their own survival. International cooperation took a backseat and global tensions simmered beneath the surface. In 2021, the world witnessed a resurgence of territorial disputes. From the South China Sea to the Arctic, nations were staking their claims, often at the expense of their neighbors. The world map was being redrawn, and not everyone was content with the new lines. Now in 2024, we find ourselves in an increasingly volatile world. The past decade has seen a rise in nationalism, economic instability, and geopolitical conflicts. These events have strained the ties that bind the international community together. These events, while seemingly isolated, could converge to create the perfect storm for a global conflict. But who would be the main players in this potential war? In any conflict there are key players. In the hypothetical World War III, these players would likely be the world's major powers. Now let's dive into who these potential players could be. Leading the pack would likely be the United States, Russia, and China. Their sheer size, robust military power, and global influence make them undeniable contenders. We'll also consider other major powers that could be potential players such as the European Union, India, and even wildcard nations like North Korea. We've walked through the potential timeline of events and key players that could lead us down this ominous path. Now let's discuss the potential triggers and outcomes of World War III. This could range from a clash between superpowers due to escalating tensions, proxy wars sparked by border disputes, or even cyber warfare that could cripple nations without a single missile being launched. Lastly, we'll explore the potential aftermath of this war. The consequences would be unimaginably devastating, not just for the nations involved, but for the entire world. This is not a forecast or a prophecy, but an exploration of possibilities. While the prospect of World War III may be unsettling, it serves as a reminder of the importance of diplomacy, communication, and peace in our increasingly interconnected world. As always, the stakes are high, but with vigilance and mutual understanding, we can hopefully circumvent these potential scenarios.
Time to dock your knowledge spaceship, fellow explorers. Remember, the universe of GEEK is always expanding. Share the wisdom, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more interstellar insights. Keep exploring, keep learning with GEEK. See you in the next video to expand your knowledge.